I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello, I'm David Moss, and welcome to Fox 8 Spring Spruce Up. We're going to help you get your house looking like that neighbor, you know, the one who has the perfect everything. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get some help from Big Chuck and Little John, Kenny Crumpton, and of course, Dallas is going to bring his Fox 8 toolbox. We're here at the brand new Petiti Garden Center, which is an unbelievable, fantastic place. And we're going to learn how to do all kinds of things today. Not just gardening, we're going to look at some paint and wall covering materials. We're going to learn how to mow the lawn. We're going to look at some lawn mowers. We're going to look at patio furniture. It's going to be terrific. And one of the most stunning things about the beautiful Petiti Garden Center is its size. Over 14 acres of materials for your home and garden, 128,000 square feet of that under glass. So that means you can shop rain or shine, snow, it doesn't matter, and there's even a cafe where you can get a little bit of coffee. And of course, the man responsible for all this, Angelo Petiti, is over here, and he's setting up some gardens for us, and he's going to show us how we can make our yard look a little bit better, even if we're starting from scratch, I might say, huh?
Exactly.
Beautiful place.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's unbelievable. This little garden here, you put this garden together how fast? Couple minutes, huh?
Yeah, just about maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah?
One of the things that, one of the first things, Dave, that you really, if you are going to do landscaping, you want to make sure that you address your soil, which is very, very important. Everything is going to grow in there, and you're only going to get one opportunity to do that, because once everything is planted, then it's a lot more difficult to go back and take care of it. So make sure that
fix the soil first.
Fix the soil first.
You know, we see this bark here and the mulch, and of course everyone thinks, well, maybe you put that down first, but actually that's one of the last things you do, right?
That is the absolute last thing that you want to do. Once you're all done with your soil preparation, you do all your planting, you get everything cleaned out real nice, then the last thing you do, you go ahead and put your bark down or your mulch, depending on what you prefer.
Okay, I see the little stuff in the front, but I guess you should really start with the bigger shrubs and trees, huh? How do we pick what for what?
Basically, the best thing to do, depending on the type of home that you have, which has a lot to do with what you pick. If you have, let's say, a two-story home, naturally something tall around the corners to kind of bring the house down. If you have a ranch, you can use much younger and much smaller stuff. I think one of the most important things that before you go out and purchase plants or decide what you're going to put in, that you really get well informed about the plants. There's so many new varieties. There's so many plants today that they've stayed dwarf for a long time, so that you don't have the trimming or having to go and take the plants out. After 5 or 6 years, they get to be too big. Yeah, they kind of take over. So you really want to look for dwarf plants that they will, 10 years from now, they become nice centerpieces versus becoming overgrown bushes that you throw out. And then color. And you also want to make sure that you're informed that on your exposures, like if your house faces east, you want to make sure that you plant plants that do well on the east side of your home or the north side of your home.
All about the sun.
Yeah, because you have sun, you have wind, and some plants will not take the sun, will not take the wind.
You talk about the plants. Some of the plants, I bought plants at some discount stores. They don't live very well for me. They don't make it.
I think a lot of things, that has to do with where the plants are grown. Ohio-grown plants, they naturally do much, much better because they're acclimated to here. The plants are grown in the climate. Their skin is used to the cold and to the different changes in temperature. Sometimes, even though it's the same variety, but if it's grown, let's say, in North Carolina or Tennessee or South, the skin is too tender. When it comes in the wintertime, it just explodes, and it doesn't, and it just doesn't survive the winters.
Is there a better time of year to plant? Like if somebody wants to do something, does it have to be in the spring? Does it have to be in the fall? What's a good time?
If it's in containers, you can actually plant it pretty much all summer. Now, if you're going to be digging plants out of the ground to move someplace else, those you can only do in the spring or fall. There's some plants only in the spring, depending on the varieties. But the majority of them, you can move them at both times of the year. As far as anything that's grown in a container, it can actually be planted at any time of the year. Now, if you plant it in the summer, naturally you have to put a lot more attention to the watering, because they are not going to root quite as fast. So the temperatures being warm, you really need to pay a little bit more attention to that.
That's something else too. I imagine when you put plants together, they have to be able to take the same kind of irrigation, same kind of watering.
The same kind of watering, and they also you have to look at the growing habits. You don't want to put something that's going to get way too big to overpower the plant next to it. You want to make sure that the plants are compatible, that the colors are compatible. You don't want to have a lot of clashing with
Sure.
all different colors in there. Sometimes the best landscaping is really kept in simple. If you use simplicity, 99% of the time you're going to be much better off than if you try to get too creative to where it becomes such an array of colors where your eye will kind of go all different areas.
So like decorating.
Exactly. You want it to flow.
You talk about decorating. I notice a lot of beautiful ornamental things here, the patio furniture and stuff, but no pink flamingos, huh?
Well, no, there's pink flamingos, but garden ornaments and garden accents, wind chimes, any of the iron ornaments that they use out in the yard. It's really becoming such a nice thing to have because the quality has improved so dramatically over the years, and the usage of it is really becoming a real positive thing. It's not like it used to be where it was a lot of different colors, more of a distraction. This is really a compliment. A lot of benches, water gardening, a lot of water sound.
When we look at landscaping, I mean, I think a lot of people think of landscaping sometimes what your house looks like when you drive by or when you look out the window, but you can really turn your yard into a bigger part of the house, a place to live then.
Oh, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that's happening in landscaping is that they have made the yard part of the house. It's an extension of the house at different times of the year. Another thing that has happened is, you know, our lives have become so busy that we really need a place to kind of go home and unwind a little bit. So people are trying to create little oases in their yard where they can go there and kind of forget about the world and just have their own little few minutes, whatever it may be, to just enjoy the moment. And that's really what people are trying to, more and more trying to do.
Petitti's looks like a good place to start, huh?
It's a real good place to start. It's we grow everything. Everything is grown right here in Cleveland, and we have just about everything under the sun.
Well, it's so big, I think we should go look around some more, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go do that. And there's much more to come. More of the new Petitti Garden Center, and April showers bring May flowers. Angela shows you how to make yours the best on the block. Also, lawnmower mania. Wildman Kenny Crumpton shows you how to get the most out of your mower. And what backyard would be complete without a great patio set? Little John, for obvious reasons, is the man with the answers on that topic. We'll see you in a few minutes. May. For frost protection, cover fragile plants with a sheet or light blanket. Newspaper works too. Welcome back to Fox 8 Spring Spruce Up. We're here at the brand new Petitti Garden Center in Strongsville, and it's about a lot more than just flowers and plants. We've got some home accent items here that are pretty cool. Like, look at this. I've got the sun wherever I go, and it even spins. Just keep it on the opposite side of the moon, and you'll be in great shape. Plenty of things like books on gardening, books on cooking, all kinds of accent items. And one of the things I like a lot here, wind chimes and this lovely little setting that you can put outdoors. Now, how beautiful would that be sitting on a lush green lawn? Well, the big question is, you got that lawn? Can mowing the lawn make it even more beautiful and more green? Well, Kenny Crumpton's got the answer to that.
Well, can a lawnmower make your lawn look better? You betcha. How do I know? Because I have Mark Ruddy right here of MTD to join us. How you doing, Mark?
Good. How you doing, Kenny?
Well, tell me a little bit about MTD.
Well, MTD is a local company. We were founded about 70 years ago. We offer a wide variety of yard care products, everything from lawnmowers and tractors to tillers and edgers. These can be found in brand names such as Yardman, Yard Machines, and Ryobi. Can be found at local retailers such as Lowe's and Home Depot and Sears. We also have a premium line of residential products in our Cub Cadet brand, and those can be found at your local lawn and garden specialty shops.
You have it all covered. Now, Mark, I have a mower at home, and I really don't know how to take care of it. So here we have a mower here. Why don't you show me some of the things I need to do to take care of my mower when I'm not using it?
Okay, well, your spring maintenance is going to be made a little bit easier if you took some steps in the fall.
Okay.
You should never leave gas in your lawnmower over the entire winter, and you should try and change the oil, too. But at the beginning of the spring, what you want to do is you want to check the oil, make sure you got clean oil in there, make sure you have enough oil in there.
Okay.
You also want to make sure you have good, clean gas in there. It'll make the lawnmower run a lot smoother for you.
All right.
You also want to check the air filter to make sure it's clean. If you don't have a clean air filter, you're not going to have enough air coming through the engine, and your lawnmower is not going to run very smoothly. You also want to make sure you have a good spark plug. You want to change that just about every season. And the last thing you want to check is to make sure that you have nice sharp blades to give yourself good mulching performance. And also you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of grass buildup under the deck.
Wow, now this is pretty cool. Now, I could have used this when I was mowing lawns when I was little. What's the difference between the maintenance on a push mower and the maintenance on a riding mower, Mark?
Well, there are some differences, but there's also a lot of similarities. You still want to make sure that at the end of the season, in the fall, that you drain the gas out of that, or at least add some fuel stabilizer.
Okay.
Now, at the beginning of the season, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you check, again, your air filter, check your oil, do an oil change, make sure you got good, clean oil in there. You also want to make sure that your battery's charged. You also, if you have any grease fittings, you want to use your standard grease gun, fill up the grease fittings. And then you also want to check any belts to make sure there's no wear and tear or fraying on the belts.
Okay, but that pretty much gets us ready to go.
Yes.
Whoa! Looks like I might have ruined some landscape back there, Mark.
Yeah, looks like you're having a lot of fun with this one.
I was.
This is the new Revolution by Yardman. It's a zero-turn riding mower, and it offers a zero-turn capability. And what that can do, if you have a large yard, maybe an acre and a half or more with lots of landscaping, it can cut your mowing time in just about half by giving you the maneuverability to get in and out of the trees and the bushes.
Now, in terms of smaller lawns, Mark, what does this offer us in terms of dealing with landscaping?
Well, in determining which lawnmower is best for you, there's a couple key questions you need to ask yourself. The first of which is, how big is your lawn? If you got a little bit of a larger lawn, but you just don't quite need a lawn tractor, maybe a self-propelled is better for you. You also have to ask yourself if you have hilly terrain. High wheels, the rear high wheels, make it a lot easier to push around the yard. And also, do you plan on side discharging, mulching, or bagging? And those three things, answer those questions, you'll find the lawnmower that's right for you.
Oh!
Kenny, let me help you out.
Okay.
Come on over here.
What do you have here, Mark?
This is the new self-starter lawnmower from Yardman.
The Cadillac.
It is the Cadillac. I notice you're having some problems starting that one.
And my arm is a lot longer.
This starts with the touch of a button.
Get out.
Every time.
Every time. So all I have to do is press that button.
Press this button in, pull the bail back. Now, as a safety measure, there is a removable key. If you unlock it, and now if you try and engage the system, it won't start. However, you put that back to the run position. Beginning of the season, you start it once, without battery, without electricity, and you're ready to go for the rest of the season.
Well, I tell you what, Mark learned a lot. I tell you what, I don't want my dad to see some of these because I'll be mowing lawns from here to Christmas. But thanks for hanging with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks. We appreciate you coming out to see us.
Will do. If you want more information about MTD, go to their website at www.mtdproducts.com or call 1-800-800-7310. Everything we talked about today is also on our website at www.fox8cleveland.com.
Thanks for the info, Kenny. Up next, paint that looks like linen, denim, even leather. See how to do it yourself.
Coming up, no patio's complete without some great outdoor furniture. So crank up the grill, call your friends. We're headed to Lighthouse Pools and more.
And want to redo your kitchen on a small budget? It's possible. Find out how in 2 minutes. It's by planting your vegetable plants close together. The less bare ground there is, the less opportunity weeds have to grow. We're sprucing your home up for spring. I'm David Moss. Now, you might not realize it, but Big Chuck spends a lot of time in the kitchen. He's an excellent chef. But this time, Big Chuck's not cooking.
Hey, I'm always cooking, David. So it's spring, and everything around you is fresh and new except for your kitchen. Now, what if you'd love to remodel, but don't even know how to take the first step? You've heard your neighbors' do-it-yourself horror stories, and you listen to your cousins' complaints about no-show contractors. It will be of great comfort for you to know that there are people who come to work every morning just to help you figure it out. This is Builders World in North Olmsted, northeastern Ohio's largest independent distributor of craft-made cabinetry. Now, craft-made is the largest made-to-order cabinet manufacturer in the country and is headquartered right here in Middlefield, Ohio. And this is Linda Remar, who will show you how to make your dream kitchen come true. How are you, Linda?
Hi, good.
Good.
Where's Little John?
I've got him doing something else. Don't worry about that. Linda, how does a homeowner even begin to know what they want or need?
Well, the easiest thing is to think about your current kitchen, what you do or don't like about it, and most importantly is your lifestyle. How many people do the cooking? Do you have elderly people living in the house or children? And how do you cook? You know, do you want top-of-the-line custom appliances, or is a microwave the most important appliance in your kitchen?
There are a lot of styles and features to consider. How do you help your clients sort through all the choices?
Before people come into the showroom, they can browse the Craft Made website or look through the brochures and get a lot of initial ideas. Once they visit our showroom, I walk them through, show them all the different door styles, wood species, and options available. Craft Made's got almost 90 door styles, 20 different finishes, 4 different construction options, and a lot of choices and options and molding to decorate the cabinets.
Wow, those are a lot of features. But what if their dreams are bigger than their budget?
What I tell people to do is put all the bells and whistles you want into the kitchen. And if it's more than you want to spend, sometimes just simply changing the door style will let you keep all the features, but save you money. For instance, here we've got a maple, solid wood, full overlay door style. Now, if that's more than someone wants to spend, but they want to keep the look, simply by changing to a veneered center maple or one of our poplar doors, you can get the same appearance and save anywhere from 15 to 30% and keep all the bells and whistles you wanted.
Linda, is there a way to visualize how their dream kitchen will actually look when it's finished?
Yes, there is. With today's computer programs, when we design the kitchen, we can pull it up 3D and show the customer what it's going to look like beforehand. If they decide they want to do something different, maybe stagger heights or add cabinets where there weren't any before, they can see what it's going to look like before they actually do it and decide whether or not they like it. It's a lot easier when you see it on the computer screen rather than putting it in the house and then not liking what you've chosen.
Do you offer installation too?
Yes, we do. We provide cabinetry for the do-it-yourselfer, new construction contractors, and for the consumer that needs someone to install it for them. We do have a full staff, and they do clean up after themselves.
How long does that usually take?
Depending on the size of the job, it could be a couple days to a couple weeks.
Check www.fox8cleveland.com for more information on craft-made cabinetry and Builder's World locations. So you can take your dreams to professionals who can make them come true within your budget. And when you wake up, as everybody knows, the best parties always wind up in the kitchen. Don't mind if I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lots of options for that dream kitchen, whatever your budget. Okay, I told you Petiti's is 14 acres, 128,000 square feet. How about a nice cappuccino to walk around with? I don't have to go all the way to Starbucks, do I, Rick Serio?
You don't need to. We've got them here for you.
This looks pretty good. What goes with the cappuccino? What's terrific?
I recommend one of our excellent homemade cannolis.
Oh, they look terrific. What are those little things on the cannoli?
Little chocolate chips.
Ooh, I love those.
But before you have dessert, you got to have a little lunch.
Now this has, what do I see in there?
We have a prosciutto salami mortadella sandwich, Italian style.
Oh, oh, oh.
We have our homemade focaccia with prosciutto, fresh bocconcini
The bread
mozzarella.
is beautiful.
Thank you. And then we have our famous Italian frittata, which is got prosciutto, fresh tomatoes, peas, and fresh basil grown at Petiti's Casa Verde.
So you learned how to do this at Rick Serio's restaurant in Twinsburg, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so now we got a Petiti's out here in Strongsville, and here's what I'm going to try. One of your cannolis, man. They look pretty good. No napkin, I'm just going to eat this baby up, okay? Delicious. Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh yes, Angelo Petiti says it's the latest thing in outdoor fun. Coming up, container gardening for your porch, your deck, or your yard. And need some decorating ideas? We've got them. Paint like you've never seen it. Stay here. We're in Strongsville, and this is no ordinary garden center, I'll tell you that. You know, I just came from the cafe. Here in the back of the cafe, I find Uncle Pete making something that looks Italian.
Gelato.
Gelato. I love that word. It sounds like music.
It tastes good, too.
It tastes good, too, huh? We're going to try a little bit of that stuff?
We sure do.
So you make that like you make it in Italy.
Right.
You ever been to Italy?
Of course. I was born there.
You were born there. I'll tell you what, it looks like you know what you're doing. Let's toss that on a plate there. Should I taste it, Uncle Pete?
Of course. Enjoy it.
Oh, my goodness. It's Italian heaven.
It's Italian.
Uncle Petey, I love your gelato.
Thank you.
From cool food to an easy way to change the entire look of your kitchen for just $100. It's paint. Dallas Bryan, you know him from Fox 8 in the Morning, the guy with the toolbox. Well, he's got the latest in wallpaper and paint. Come on, Dallas, is this something anybody can do?
Absolutely, David. Behind me are some beautiful model kitchens at Home Depot. And do you know what the real trick is? You don't have to be a contractor or a design expert to do it yourself and make it look like something out of Better Homes and Gardens. Yes, that's right, and you can do it all by yourself. Come on with me, I'll show you how it all begins. Welcome to the Basic Kitchen. Our Basic Kitchen has a few design elements working for it. One of those is a solid vinyl wallpaper. Solid vinyl wallpaper is available in a lot of different styles and colors, as you can see, and it has a matching and coordinating border that goes with it, also in solid vinyl. The trick is solid vinyl wallpaper is washable. That's the most important thing if you have children. Whenever you install your wallpaper, it's a homeowner available job. All you do is get the right tools and a little bit of time. How about this for a design element? A painted wall that actually coordinates with the countertop. Vibrant colors from deep reds to bright blues are a great design element. They say that beauty is in the details. Well, here's a homeowner installable detail. A tiled backsplash and a simulated textured wallpaper. Something you can easily do to change the look of your kitchen. Here's a detail that can add richness and luxury to your kitchen. Paneling or wainscoting, the paneling that comes partially up the wall, has been in kitchens for years. It was there as a design element, but it was more practical than anything else. It can be painted or stained, covered with a clear finish, and wiped off anytime it needs it. How about this for a design element? This ceramic tile is normally used on the floor. It's used here on the wall to simulate brick, a good texture and design item. You want to add more texture to your kitchen walls? This is some texture. This is a quarried slate floor tile applied to the wall. It may look hard to do, but actually with just a few more tools and a little bit more technique, a homeowner can tile this just as easily as tiling a bathroom wall. Now I'm going to show you a bold new concept to add color and texture to your walls. It's called denim. Real easy to do. Some basic techniques and some basic tools, you can do a real nice job. First of all, we've primed the background, which is the background color. This is going to show through, so you want to use the right color. We're going to add the glaze, and then we're going to roll it out to be a light film on the background color. We don't want this real heavy because we're going to take a lot of it off. So we get it all coated, and then we're going to just roll it out nice and even. It looks like denim already. This is a stone wash color, something real simple and easy for a homeowner to do. Work in a small area because if you try to do something too large, it'll dry before you actually get it put back together. Okay, so we've got a good even coat of our glaze applied. Even it up just a little bit. I always roll 2 different directions, that way it gets real even, in case you have any skips. Then we take our denim brush, and this brush is actually cut so that it will streak the glaze. And we're going to streak it just like that. And we're going to dab it off, turn the brush over, overlap the streaks, just like that. It's already beginning to look like denim, isn't it? A little bit more. Keep going. We're working with a small area, remember? No bigger than about 32 square feet. Now, how do you add the little checks and things that are missing from the fabric? This is a roller that's got little holes and little gaps in it, and it's just random. And all you're going to do is put the checks in it every once in a while, just like your denim clothing has. And that's all there is to the technique. You don't like what you see so far? Just go back over it, try it again. It's all about learning the technique. It's real simple to do. Now, don't worry if you got some white showing through in a couple of places. It just adds to the random texture of the display. Something real simple that you can do now is whenever you get done, if you want to add higher texture in one spot than another, or add a wayward line, or lighten it up, you go back over it. That's the good thing about these techniques is you just go back over them and continue till they actually work. Just like that. You want to add the richness and texture of leather to your walls? I can show you the technique. This is how it's done. All we've done is we've primed the surface with our undercolor, which we're using a standard white semi-gloss. What we're going to do is add a top glaze to it. This is a technique that you can learn and master in a short period of time. Something real simple that you can learn to do for yourself. Just like all the other techniques, the glaze is rolled out to a uniform consistency on the surface. Just like this. Kind of the color of ice cream. Once you even out the glaze, you're going to add texture by using what is known as a stippling brush. The right tool for the job. And it's just bounced on the surface. Adds that dotted look like leather has. Every once in a while, if it loads up too much, you just dab it off. Turn it a little bit every once in a while. Adds just an interesting detail to the glaze itself. Don't like what you've done? Go back and stipple it again. If you want to take off more, if you keep stippling, it will take off more every time. Don't be afraid of making any marks in it, because leather naturally has marks in it, has creases and scars where whenever the leather was tanned or when it was growing, it actually encountered some misfortune. Our secret to our texturing technique is actually going to be real simple. We're going to take a couple of Home Depot bags and we're going to load them up together. And all this does is this adds a non-uniform quality to them. Simple like that. And then we're just going to touch it to the face every once in a while and then stipple it out. All we're doing is we're adding some detail. Just like that. Something real simple. Take your stippling brush and just stipple it to blend the textures. That's all you're going to do. You can turn the brush. That prevents you from having a repeating pattern of any kind. Just like that. Now, if you take off too much or too little, you can always go back and add detail or texture. Just like this. And there you have it, the look and feel of leather for your wall. As I showed you, there's a lot of ways to design your walls, with paint, wallpaper, tile, or texture. I'm Dallas Bryan. I'm wishing you the best of luck in all your home improvement projects.
Still ahead, anyone can have a green thumb with Angelo Petiti's help. His tips next. And Little John's outdoor furniture extravaganza. What to look for, what to avoid, and more. Be right back. King burns between 350 and 450 calories per hour. Well, Angelo, it looks like Petiti's beginning to explode with a little color here.
Yeah, we just brought a very small sample, Dave, of all the new varieties that we grow and all the new varieties that have come on the market in the last few years.
You're talking about new varieties. I mean, I've seen some of these colors before. What makes these new varieties?
What happened about 4 or 5 years ago, there's a consortium of growers worldwide that got together and they developed a series of family called Proven Winners. What these plants are, they are super bloomers, very, very hardy. They can take a lot of cold, and also they are becoming more and more and more disease resistant, which means for the homeowner, they don't have to use chemicals, they have to use much less of that, and they just perform incredibly well. I'll describe some of them to you if you like.
Well, this little pink one up here in the front.
That one there, that is a verbena right here. That's a tamari verbena. That does very well in a partial shaded area. That just gets to be incredibly spectacular. That plant will actually get to be about 6 feet by 6 feet.
So you don't have to hang it then?
You can hang it or you can put it in the ground.
And you call it a super bloomer. What does that mean?
They will just keep on blooming early spring. You could actually put that out now. They can take a heavy frost, and when it comes in October and November, when you are ready to pull your plants out, these plants will still look spectacular. They really quit when we get snow on the ground where it stays there.
All year flowers.
All year, and they will grow. Like I said, that one basket, it'll cover an area 6 foot by 6 foot, just spectacular.
How about the yellow one next to it?
The other one is a Million Bell. That's a brand new variety. That's one that's called terracotta, and you can see basically by the color, that just blooms. That literally has thousands of flowers. One of the most spectacular, very bright, it looks, that one that is all by itself, but that looks beautiful if you can mix it with purple or with the silver. If you put the two combinations together, they're absolutely great.
The old-fashioned purple ones look nice next to it.
Well, that petunia, this is also one of the new varieties. This is in the super petunia family. This one over here will take 15-degree temperatures. We actually froze this plant in March, early March, and you can see how fast it came back, and it just blooms like nothing you've ever seen. The same thing there. It will take cover a large area. They're spectacular in window boxes. They will actually go down 5 or 6 feet.
Whoa.
You can make a wall of color out of these kind of plants.
Well, that works pretty nicely in some of these containers. I see you have the wrought iron containers.
Yes, they're very good in containers, very good in window boxes, very good on the ground if you want to use them. This particular variety over here is about 10 to 12 inches in height, but there's some varieties at only about 4 or 5 inches in height that can actually be used as a ground cover. Really spectacular.
I see you sell these in these little plastic buckets that you hang, but will a plant do better in a higher quality pot?
Well, not better. Plants do much better in clay or stone than they will in plastic. Plastic tends to heat up, and it will burn the plant's roots at the base. So the stone and the clay will do much better all the time.
I see we have a lot of food here too.
Well, one of the things about these plants over here, what happens with these plants, because they bloom so much, they really need to have a lot of food. One of the things that I would recommend, if you are going to plant this in a pot, ironite, and you want to use plant tone, a little bit of that mixed into the soil. You also want to use a soilless mix that has got a bark base to it, which is absolutely great for funguses, and also it allows the roots to breathe. And then there's a product called Osmocote. This is a 6 to 9 month this is a continuous food. In a basket, you need to do it when you plant it. You also need to do it about the end of June and the end of August. In the ground, if you just do it one time, that you're basically set for the summer.
I know standing here, I mean, these are all beautiful plants, but some of them have a terrific smell.
Yeah,
very fragrant.
This is, I'll show you a couple of them. This is Nemesia. Smells very, very well.
Oh, yeah, it's terrific.
Isn't that beautiful? And this is heliotrope. This smells almost like vanilla.
Oh, it's terrific.
Isn't it?
Would you mix these together in an area?
Yes, you could mix the two of them together. What I've seen heliotrope really do the best is with silver and whites. If you were to put this with white, very, very bright, you can spot it a mile away, and the colors are just so absolutely beautiful, really very, very fragrant. And this plant is also another plant that will take a cold, and you could actually use it as a house plant in the winter.
I've had some experience with plants, but unfortunately sometimes I drown them or sometimes I starve them, no water.
Well, drowning is probably the #1 problem, especially with pots inside the house. It's the #1 problem. 90% of the plants are killed by too much water versus not enough. When you're in doubt, you're much better off letting the plant wilt a little bit and then water it. You have to make sure that your containers are drained. You want to make sure that your containers, I would even put a layer of gravel so that there's a little bit of an area there for the water to filter through. And also check your drainage holes, make sure that they are open, that they are not closed with dirt. So those are all important things.
One of the things I love about this too, look at how small the area is and how much color is here. So you don't need a big yard to really have some beautiful flowers.
No, you really don't. You just have to be creative. And the beautiful thing about this, there's really no right or wrong. You just use your imagination. Whatever pleases your eye, that's what you do. It's not really, this is right to do and that's wrong to do.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
The new trend of container gardening blends a variety of foliage and flowers in one pot or planter. When picking plants, aim for eye-pleasing contrast in texture and color. As seasons change or flowers pass their prime, you can replace plants individually.
Remember these important tips. Put the pot in place before you add soil to it so it doesn't get too heavy. Newspaper over the drainage hole will keep the soil from leaking out when you water. Use soilless mix. Slow-release fertilizer pellets will keep the flowers fed for several months. And remember to check for moisture daily. Container gardens go through a lot of water. Happy gardening.
Up next, an unusual service offered by Petiti Garden Center and make your backyard party a big hit. Little John shows us how in just a few minutes. Seminars from Patiti Garden Centers. Check out patiti.com or call 440-878-9409. No, sphagnum moss is not a relative. It's a beautiful product in which you plant your flowers. I don't know how, but Joanne's going to show us how.
I'd be glad to. First of all, you're going to soak your moss thoroughly for a couple hours so it's completely wet. Once it's wet, you take it and you pack your form. You want to pack it in real well so that it doesn't fall out. This forms the shell. Then you take your soil, which you prepared with your fertilizer, your Osmocote, and your soil moist to keep the water in so that you don't have to water as often.
That's nice.
You put your soil in, you take your plant,
and you stuff it in.
And you stuff it in.
Now, if I have some pots at home and I can't do it myself, you'll do it for me?
Oh, sure. No problem. Just bring the pot in and we'll plant it for you.
And I like this new pot here, too, with the welcome mat in it there.
Oh, this is very nice. This is a cocoa liner, and it comes preformed for the container. You can cut holes in it and insert your plants into the sides. You can plant your plants on the top, and that's it.
Perfect. Nothing says spring and summer relaxation like comfy outdoor furniture. Little John Rinaldi is at Lighthouse Pools and More, and don't worry, he's not in a hot tub. He's going to show us the latest in outdoor furniture. Come on, John, show us the latest and the greatest.
Hi, everybody. We're here at Lighthouse Pools and More to show you how you could dress up your patio, deck, or backyard this summer. And I'm here with Brian Masters, who's Vice President of Lighthouse. Hi, Brian.
How are you?
Real good. Hey, tell us a little bit about Lighthouse.
Well, Lighthouse has been in business for over 40 years. We're based out of Cleveland. We now have over 25 stores in 3 states. So we're the Midwest's largest source for swimming pools, spas, tanning beds, billiard tables, gas grills, fireplaces, patio furniture, and a whole lot more. We're also pride ourselves on customer service. We're one of the recipients of the Better Business Bureau's Vision Award, which is a prestigious award. Today we're celebrating the grand opening of 3 new locations, and we're even giving away a backyard fun package with a patio set, swimming pool, and gas grill valued at over $3,000. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But when Lighthouse says we have the largest selection available and we guarantee the lowest price every day, we really mean it.
Wow, there's so much here, I don't know where to start. What's the difference?
Well, there's a lot of different styles to choose from. First of all, there's comfort cushion, and what people love about comfort cushion is it really hugs your body. It has a comfort index on a scale 1 to 10 is really a 10. The next is Easy Care Sling, and what people like about this is it's just as the name implies. It's easy care. You can leave it outside. The wearability is fantastic. The weatherability is excellent, and it's a very comfortable chair as well. Now also we have designer wicker, and what people like about the designer wicker is you can use it indoors or out, and it has that designer specialty look that you can't find anywhere else.
Hey, look at this stuff over here. It's very stylish and unique. What is it?
This is actually considered classic cast, and what people like about this material is it's a unique upscale appearance. It also has that classic intricate type design. It's very good for a deck or patio because it's a sturdy, heavy material. So if you're looking for a style that's unique and something just a little bit different, Classic Cast is the best set for that.
Oh, wow. These chairs are so comfortable, I fell asleep. Hey, what makes these so comfortable?
Well, John, let's talk about comfort for a second. First of all, you want to be comfortable with the look. You want something that has a style that matches your decor and the outdoor surroundings. Also, you want to be comfortable with the feel, and by that I mean maybe an extra wide chair with lumbar support and a nice breathable fabric that you can relax in. Third, you want to be comfortable with the relationship. People buy from established business in your community. And fourth, you want to be comfortable with the price. We've all bought that disposable set rather than investing in quality. Invest in quality and you'll get the most for your money.
Okay, comfort and styling is great, but this stuff is kept outside all winter and that. Is it hard to keep clean? Are there any special products or tips?
Well, here's a tip. Invest in a quality set that has the latest technology as far as the material. These are made to go outside in this region of the country. Also, the material itself won't mildew or rot, but the dirt on top will, so you want to clean it. At Lighthouse, we have a variety of products from cleanup products to protectants and even handy attachments that you can hook to a garden hose to really rinse those solutions and keep your furniture looking just like the day you bought it.
Hey, nobody told me I had to clean. You know, I don't agree with this. Hey, where's my agent? Did Big Chuck put you up to this?
When you're buying outdoor furniture, comfort and style aren't the only things to consider. There's a variety of different fabrics to choose from. The most common on the market is polyester. However, all polyester is not created equally. At Lighthouse, we feature a premium grade Casual Tech polyester. It's a strong base material that dries quickly and is formulated for this region of the country. So when you're looking at outdoor casual furniture, be sure to ask about the fabric and the quality of the material.
Hey, where's my drink? How about a hot towel? Hey, what kind of service is this? Oh, hi, you're back. Hey, Brian, this stuff is left outside in the rain. Surely it'll rust, right?
Well, actually, John, at Lighthouse, most of the sets that you will see are made of 100% rust-free aluminum and are built with our exclusive 5-stage platinum bond finish. That way, you don't have to worry about rust. Now, some manufacturers do use aluminum blended with other materials that will rust, eventually break down, and need to be replaced. Again, ask your furniture professional about the materials, construction, as well as the finish. That way you can relax and enjoy your furniture.
So, Brian, why do people buy outdoor furniture?
Well, the main reason people are purchasing outdoor furniture is to be able to relax, renew, and retreat, expand their living space, and get out to the calming outdoors, bring some simplicity to our complex lives.
Hey, Brian, what about that giveaway you were talking about?
Well, to celebrate the opening of 3 new Lighthouse stores, we're giving away a $3,000 backyard fun package, including swimming pool, set of patio furniture, and gas grill. Everything you need to turn your backyard into a family fun center.
Hey, Brian, thanks for showing us around.
My pleasure.
Okay. Hey, and if you would like to find the Lighthouse store nearest you, go to www.lighthouse.com or call 1-800-767-LITE. So, come out to Lighthouse Pools and More and get ready for summer with some new outdoor furniture. Hey, David, we're saving this seat for you.
There's still more
of statuary. I love beautiful made pots. I think they really dress up your yard. They really give it a personality.
Put the right stuff in it, though.
Absolutely. Most important, make sure that you get some good organic soilless mix that works very well so your plants can really get going, and make sure that your drain hole is there.
And I see a way to keep the birds clean. You get those dirty birds in the yard, bird wash.
Absolutely. Bird baths. Make sure that they have water all the time.
Right.
Freshen it up once in a while. Beautiful fountains that you can really accent a nice area in your yard.
I like this thing from Vietnam, too, the granite pagoda.
The big pagoda.
That's big.
Yes. About 9,000 pounds. It's about 12 foot tall. Really makes a beautiful, excellent piece in the yard.
I tell you, so many things out here. We've traveled over the 14 acres, 128,000 square feet of Petites here in Strongsville. And, of course, you can't remember everything we talked about, so you can log on to fox8cleveland.com. You can come out here, what, 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, absolutely.
Rain or shine?
Rain or shine. It's all undercover. And we just had a beautiful hour that we went through the whole place. And a lot about gardening.
I tell you, I'm excited about getting out there and checking it out once again. I want to thank you, Angelo, all the folks out here at Petites.
Dave, thank you. What a pleasure.
Oh, it was a terrific time. I hope all you folks at home had a great time with this. We did. Come on out, have a good time, fix your gardens, spruce up for spring, no doubt about it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
For me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.